And, of course, the Golden State Warriors are happy to snap their 3-game losing streak, dismantling the Utah Jazz 134-117 to get back to their winning ways before a date with the Rockets Wednesday night, which should be fun. The rematch of that first-round playoff series a season ago. We welcome everybody to Toyota Warriors post-game live here at the Gatehouse at Thrive City. Dub Nation's fired up. They got to see a win. First time in 4 games here. Festus Ezeli, he's an NBA champion. The pride of Yale, Zena Cada. I am Bonte Hill and Zena. We got in there, and it was 11-0. Utah, they were rolling. Keontae George was doing whatever he wanted to do, but the Warriors were able to stabilize things, even though they were down 9 at the end of the first quarter. 21-0 run in the second quarter to open that frame, and it was off to the races.
Yeah, Keontae George opened this up cooking, okay? We knew that that's what he was going to want to come and do, as well as Lauri Markkanen. But guess who they controlled in that first half? Lauri Markkanen's productivity, his efficiency, and their offensive capability. The Warriors were working on a string. Festus said this before the game started. It's incredibly important to be connected defensively and offensively. The ball was hopping around, they were moving, and they were running in fast breaks.
Woo-wee. Sure feels good to get an easy win, huh, Bonte? It didn't look easy to start the game. Keontae George got the team going, got Utah going. They were off to the races early. I thought the Warriors did a great job responding in the second and third quarters. The Utah Jazz shot 70% for the three-point line in the first quarter. 70%. They were 7 for 10. The next quarter, they shot 18. The following quarter, they shot 11. This is the defense really strangling the Utah's offense, and the Warriors just got off to the races. The fast break points were incredible. Seeing them running, getting those easy buckets. Moses Moody got going. Steph got going. Jimmy got going in the half court.
Buddy Hield. What about him off the bench? 20 points.
I loved it. And this is what you want to see. You want to see an easy game like this. Not easy, but the Warriors got to play their style of basketball and get a win that was easy at the end.
And it also starts with Steph, 4 points in that first quarter, 2 of 6 from the floor as you see him chilling with the family. He was wearing a Sabrina Ionescu today. Always rocking. You see Sabrina in his personal box right there. But Stephen Curry, 27 points from that point. Got the 3-ball rolling, 6 of 13 from the floor. And really in the third quarter, he started putting on the show, Z.
Yeah, Stephen Curry ends up 50% from the floor overall. I mean, he was having fun out there, pulling up in transition, working on folks, making folks lose their shoes twice, I believe, throughout this night. I mean, Stephen was having a great time. And, of course, we saw Sabrina Ionescu in the building. She might be here to see her new coach, Chris DeMarco, as well.
Good
who
catch.
Was on the sideline, of course, for the Warriors. Going to be going to join the New York Liberty, but that's another summer from now.
I thought she just had a delivery for Steph. Here's some kicks, Steph. Why don't you rock these tonight?
Oh, yeah.
Why not? Is she also trying to poach Steph? She's trying to, are they wooing Steph too?
Why wouldn't you?
Why wouldn't you?
I love what Steph did. I think tonight, without Draymond, Steph found a new chemistry with GP2. I mean, they've always had chemistry, but GP2 starting alongside Steph, I love the fact that he was just using that gravity to his advantage. Steph was picking on the mismatches. He would have Lauri Markkanen having the bigs come up in the pick and roll, and he was abusing them there in the first half. Got the team going offensively. I thought, the Utah Jazz started paying particular attention to Steph. Then everybody else started eating. I thought GP2 did a great job of creating for other people using Steph's gravity.
Can't sleep on Jimmy Butler as well. He scored basically 7 of the first 9 for the Golden State Warriors tonight. Overall, 18, 7, and 6, 8 of 11 from the floor. However, Young Glove made his presence felt. He fits a Buki. Here's GP2.
Gary Payton with a career best 8 assists, the little big man. Without Draymond, without Al Horford, without Kuminga, you handled the things inside.
Yeah, I'm just trying to pick up where Dre left off. We know he needed one tonight, so we had to make sure we had his back and, fly around and do pretty much everything that he does.
How much do you push to run pick and roll with Steph? Because you're so good there, rolling to the basket, whether you're in the roll position or the dunker spot, making decisions out there, scoring at the rim. You can do it all.
Yeah, he makes it pretty easy, He demands so much attention. If I get a hit on his guy, most likely, I'm going to be open. So it makes plays for me. It's easier to, let him do all the hard work and he hit me and I can hit somebody else that's open.
You're going to like the behind-the-back pass to Buddy, streaking in for the layup, G. That was out of your career best 8 assists. That was the slickest one for sure tonight.
Yeah, to be honest, that was for Will Richard, but Buddy came out of nowhere. Shout out, Buddy.
Talk to me about your defense tonight. Much more attention to detail, guys moving their feet, on-ball defense. The defensive rebounding was great. What have the discussions been like when it comes to your defense?
Just continue to, be in the gap, show bodies, get out the shooters, and just fly around. tonight we knew, big fella was going to be a big part of their offense. So, took on the challenge that Draymond would have took on and, be everywhere, cause havoc, disrupt him a little bit and, try to get stops and go out and run.
How about being home? You're 6-1 in this building. The fans helped out after a bit of a slow start, but after all the crazy travel, what's it like just being at Chase and knowing you're here for a couple more games?
It's nothing like being home. So we're going to enjoy it and, get all the rest we can while we're home in our own beds and come out here and, put on a show for everybody.
How much are you guys attacking the offensive glass and enjoying that part of the game? Because it seems like you kind of upped your level there and your intensity, and it seems like you're thinking about it a little more. Is that true?
Oh, absolutely. Steve and the staff hit on it every day. Crash. It's a new league, so we got to crash, and then when we crash, good things seem to happen by the numbers. So we keep crashing, get second chance points, and I think we'll be all right.
Hey, Gary, thanks for stopping. We appreciate it. Congrats on the career best 8 assists. There you go. GP2 in a career night passing the ball, the slickest assist of the night. The Warriors, the losing streak is over. No ties on Wednesday. Bring on the Rockets. The Dubs win it 134-117.
Season high 9 points for Gary Payton II, as Fitz mentioned, a career high 8 assists for Young Love as he got the start tonight. The 8th different starting lineup of the season. But with Keontae George on the other side, Fezzi, Steve Kerr electing to go defense first. Didn't work out early on for the Golden State Warriors, but as time went on in this basketball game, you saw him tighten up things on the defensive end, and GP2 was in the mix.
I think it took the Warriors a second, maybe a couple of timeouts for them to get used to GP2 being the facilitator on the offensive end. But once they got it, GP2 did an extremely incredible job getting off of the pick and roll with Steph, getting out, rolling to the basket, causing pressure on the rim. Steph would hit him. He would hit QP for a shot, for a dunk at the rim. Hit Moses Moody for the shot at the corner. He was doing a great job of just making himself a threat offensively, because normally if he stands on the three-point line, his man sags back. So he did a great job setting screens for Steph, got him going too. So GP2 was just a gem off the bench today for the Warriors. Defensively, put some pressure on Keontae George, Ace Bailey. They got out in transition in the second half. I thought that's where the Warriors really got their separation today.
I think that GP2 did just a great job of imposing his physicality on the Utah Jazz. I mean, Utah Jazz absolutely outsized the Warriors. And Steve Kerr said in the last game, we've been outmanned on the boards, basically, right? We're too small. And the smallest guy out there in GP2 was ripping rebounds away from the Utah Jazz. The Warriors ended up with 48 rebounds, being able to outdo the Jazz by 1. But right now, the Jazz are number 2 in the league in rebounding. So that means a lot. And I think it really started with the swagger and the imposition from Gary Payton II.
Just to add to that, okay, so rebounding, you said. This is rebounding by committee now. GP2, 6 rebounds. Right. Jimmy Butler, 6 rebounds. Moses Moody, 6 rebounds. Will Richard, 6 rebounds. Everybody got into the middle of the paint. It doesn't matter that the other team is bigger. If the guards all gang rebound, you get a game like this, which is a great physical win.
Well, this game flipped in the second quarter. The Warriors are down 9 at the end of the first, where Utah went 7-10 from the three-point line in that first quarter. They dropped 35, and it was, look, we were all looking at each other saying, oh, here we go again. But in that second quarter, the Warriors opened up the frame on a 21-zip run, scored 41 points. You see the three-point shots started to fall, 7-13 in the second quarter after starting 1 of 10 in the first quarter. The points in the paint, they flipped that. Who are these Warriors? 34 points in the paint? Are you kidding me here? And that's where the game flips, Zena.
That's the biggest thing. When you have a team go on a run like Utah did to open up this game, you've got to respond, and you've got to respond with authority, and that's exactly what happened. You saw Steph go 8 points, Jimmy being able to add his 8 points. You had Buddy Hield 4 or 5 off the floor, 9 points in that run, and it didn't need to be Steph. It was, I mean, look at this, 21 points in a row, 18. Yep. 18 when we're with the second unit. It was Jimmy, it was QP, it was Will Richard, Pat Spencer, and Buddy Hield. That's not the starting lineup. They started that.
Yeah, when this has been tracked, sorry to cut you off, Zena. Since it's been tracked since 97-98, no team, the Warriors have never started a quarter scoring 21 straight points.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. Now, they scored 21 points overlapping quarters, but to start a quarter, we looked up at the scoreboards and it's saying, wait a minute, that's a 11-0 run. That's a 15-0 run.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, is that a 21-0 run? And they did it by sharing the ball. You saw the bench production there. So they made some history tonight.
So you're saying defense matters?
Defense does. I've been saying that a lot.
It was a lot of defensive
Where's Bully
offense
at?
tonight, absolutely.
No, I mean, what happened in that quarter is that run was sparked by the defensive stops. When you get stops, you can run in transition. You saw Jimmy pushing it. You saw a lot of plays made by different guys. You talk about the bench. The bench can be athletic, and the young guys can get out and run and use that advantage, that small ball advantage, that faster advantage when they get stops. And I thought the defense was happening by committee. The Warriors did a great